I could ask everybody to please take your seats, and if I could further ask the following four people to please come to the front of the room, and that'll be past EMS Captain Carl Bonafide, President of the Morris County EMS Alliance, Chief Jeffrey Ulmer, President of the Morris County Police Chiefs Association, Chief Derek Shear, President of the Morris County Alliance of Active Fire Chiefs, and Director Jeffrey Paul of the Morris County Office of Emergency Management, our EMS Coordinator. Good evening. My name is Sheriff Jim Gannon. I'm a very proud sheriff of Morris County. But tonight, I'm going to be the Master of Ceremonies for the 200 Club of Morris County Valor and Meritorious Awards. This is our 50th anniversary. Please stand if you're able to welcome our honorees procession of true American heroes being led by the Morris County Sheriff's Office, Honor Guard, and the Police Pipes and Drums of Morris County. I got an extra pair too. I got an extra pair if you need it. Please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Laura Zuppa Davella.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
Thank you so much. Wow. At this time, please bow your heads. At this time, we remember all the people who have gone before us. You know, our police officers, our firefighters, our EMS folks who never made it home. We remember the men and women of the best country on earth that are protecting us here in the United States and beyond. And we need also to remember the people of Ukraine. Let's hear it. Let's hear it for the police pipes and drums of Morris County and the Morris County Sheriff's Honor Guard. What a great job. Please be seated. At this time, I'd like to welcome Emma Jean Evans to say our invocation. Oh.
If you would like to, you can bow your heads. Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us the opportunity to meet in this beautiful venue on this National Day of Prayer to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the 200 Club of Morris County and to honor the deeds, lives, and sacrifices of our amazing first responders. Thank you, Lord, for the heart and soul of the 200 Club of Morris County and its mission to provide for the first responder families. What a blessing. Lord, I ask that you continue to bless the leadership of the 200 Club and its membership and guide this organization as it continues its legacy of providing and caring for our first responder community. Thank you, Lord, for the first responders who sit before us tonight and those throughout Morris County and across our nation. Thank you for the comfort, peace, and relief they bring to those in need. You say, greater love has no one than this, than someone lay down his life for his friends. God, watch over the police officers, firefighters, and EMTs. Give them wisdom as they protect and watch over us all. Give them courage as they aid and save the lives of the most vulnerable. Lord, protect them as they run towards the fire and towards danger. I pray that you would continue to strengthen them and give them all they need in order to tackle the challenges of each new day. I pray that those who come into their presence would feel love and compassion as they receive care. Thank you, Lord, for the sacrifices of the wives, husbands, daughters, and sons of first responders who pray for their loved ones to come home each night. Lord, I ask that you bring special comfort and peace to those families who may have lost a loved one in the line of duty. As we move forward with our ceremonies this evening and when we depart, I quote a lyric from one of my favorite songs by Sanctus Real. Lord, give us faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give us hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give us hearts like David, Lord, be our defense, so we can face our giants with confidence. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Certainly our honor to be here tonight with you on the awards dinner. You know, this is the 200 Club of Morris County's most sacred day, where we'll celebrate true bravery in public service. Obviously, this year has an additional meaning where the 200 Club is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and congratulations. At this time, it's my honor to invite up Dr. Robert DiMedio, the president of the 200 Club of Morris County, and certainly the driving force between this celebration here tonight. Dr. DiMedio.
So this is what 500 people look like. It's like a sea of heroes in front of me. On behalf of the 200 Club of Morris County, thank you all for coming tonight to celebrate our 50th anniversary and to honor our 35 Valor and Meritorious Award recipients. They say the highest form of compliment is when others copy you. So is the case with the 200 Club of Wake County, North Carolina. On their website, they specifically state that their organization is modeled after the 200 Club of Morris County. Ladies and gentlemen, that sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have something very special with our organization. This future is bright and is in your hands. If you are a guest here tonight and a non-member, and you like what you see, you feel the energy, you feel inspired being with all these heroes, please go to our website, join our membership, help us with our mission. If you're a board member, a 200 Club member, or many of the first responders here tonight, in a sense, you are the ambassadors of this organization. You can make a difference and help us grow in membership tomorrow by spreading the word about this worthy organization to your family, friends, and neighbors. The more we grow, the more that we can do, and the more that we will. Can I have the first responders please stand for a second? Firefighters going into raging fires and saving lives. local, state, and federal law enforcement personnel, keeping law and order and keeping us safe from harm. Or swift water teams, rescuing us from dangerous and life-threatening situations. The grateful and the thankful 200 Club of Morris County, our family, says, we've got your back, we've got your six. God bless our outstanding first responders, and God bless the 200 Club of Morris County.
Great job. Great job. Great job. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. DiMedio. Let's get on with the awards. Award Group 1, Meritorious Team Award, Whippany Fire Department. Can I have Chief Paul Perello, please? Firefighter EMT Bell, Firefighter Gethins Jr., Firefighter Hansch III, Firefighter EMT Makowski. If you could please come to the front of the room. On the evening of September 1st, 2021, during Hurricane Ida, Firefighter EMT Ian R. Bell, Firefighter John T. Gethins Jr., Firefighter Henry Hansch III, and Firefighter EMT Josh J. Makowski were dispatched to a homeless encampment located behind the Morris County Mall. A woman and a dog had become trapped in her trailer due to raising floodwaters. These firefighters are part of the Whippany Fire Department's water rescue team and immediately called upon their specialized training by performing a water rescue. The scene presented some unique hazards because the encampment is in a wooded area near active railroad tracks. Even in daylight, on a good day, this location is difficult to access. Despite the raging storm and the challenges at the scene, these dedicated firefighters deployed their rescue boat in the dark in flooded woods. They were able to reach the woman and subsequently removed her and her dog without incident. They then returned to the flooded area to check for more people, and fortunately none were found. This highly trained team of firefighters acted decisively and swiftly, which resulted in the saving of a life despite multiple obstacles and hazards they navigated at the scene. The 200 Club of Morris County hereby recognizes these men for the 2022 Meritorious Team Award. Congratulations. Congratulations. Award Group 2, Meritorious Award from the Bud Lake Fire Department. Can I have Chief Joseph Campano, please, and Assistant Chief Dorlon? The Bud Lake Fire Department was dispatched to a structure fire on Netcong Road on April 29, 2021. Assistant Chief Mike Dorlon in Car 52 was one of the first chiefs on the scene and was advised that there was a renter in an apartment in Division 2, second floor of the two-story structure. Without hesitation, Chief Dorlon donned his personal protective equipment, his self-contained breathing apparatus, and made his way up the stairs under heavy smoke conditions. Assistant Chief Dorlon started to make entry into the apartment on the second floor where he encountered hoarding conditions. As he felt his way into the apartment, he found the unconscious victim on the floor. Unassisted, Chief Dorlon pulled the victim down the stairs and was met at the bottom by police at the scene. The resident was moved to safety where EMS provided medical assistance. As Chief Dorlon exited the structure, the first engine crew entered the building, located the fire in the bathroom on the second floor, and quickly extinguished it. Even though Chief Dorlon took extraordinary actions that day, unfortunately the victim succumbed to injuries sustained in the blaze. The 200 Club of Morris County hereby recognizes Chief Dorlon for the 2022 Meritorious Award. Congratulations. Award Group 3, Meritorious Award, Dover Police Department. Have Chief Jonathan Delaney, please, and Officer Concepcion. On November 26, 2021, Dover police officer Juan C. Concepcion received a report that a man was attempting to kidnap a 2-year-old child who was not related to him at the Salvation Army store on Bassett Highway across from Dover Police Headquarters. Officer Concepcion immediately responded and saw the man clutching the child as a woman was trying unsuccessfully to take the child from him. Officer Concepcion jumped into action and separated the child from the man. During the incident, the man punched and kicked the officer multiple times in the face, head, and chest, causing him visible injuries. Calling upon his training, Officer Concepcion performed a double leg sweep, bringing the man to the ground and preventing him from fleeing the scene. Now, this guy didn't know that Officer Concepcion was a 6-year wrestler in Dover. So he just simply picked the wrong guy. You know? The altercation continued until additional Dover patrol units arrived and assisted in taking the man into custody. The defendant was charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, and other charges. Officer Concepcion received treatment at the hospital for facial and head injuries sustained during the altercation. Thankfully, his actions and training thwarted the kidnapping of that little child, and the child was reunited with her family. The 200 Club of Morris County hereby recognizes Officer Concepcion for the 2022 Meritorious Award. Congratulations. Can you tell that Dover's in the house? Huh? Award Group 4, Valor and Meritorious Awards. From the Hanover Fire Department, Chief Chad DiGiorgio, if you can come down. Lieutenant Belott, Meritorious. Firefighter Sulpy, Meritorious. From the Madison Fire Department, Chief Louis DeRosa, please come down. Firefighter Barrios, Valor. Lieutenant DeRosa, Valor. Firefighter Norick, Valor. From the Madison Police Department, Chief John Misha, please come forward. Corporal Aquino, Meritorious. Captain Longo, Meritorious. Sergeant McCarthy, Meritorious. And the Morris County Office of Emergency Management, Director Jeffrey Paul, please come down. And EMT Douglas for Meritorious, and EMT Kleiman for Meritorious. Off-duty Madison Police Captain and former career firefighter Joseph Longo was returning home on the afternoon of August 17, 2021, when he noticed smoke coming from a 2.5-story single-family home on Kings Road. He immediately notified Madison Dispatch and requested the assistance of the Madison Fire Department and the Morris County Office of Emergency Management's Emergency Medical Services team that was responsible for coverage in Madison that day. Captain Longo proceeded to the rear of the residence and found a neighbor on his hands and knees inside a doorway he had gained entry into. At this point, Captain Longo entered the residence and helped the neighbor get out of the house due to the heavy smoke condition. Family members on scene confirmed that the 83-year-old woman who lived there was still inside. Captain Longo assumed incident command to assist coordinating rescue efforts. Madison Police Sergeant Sean McCarthy and Corporal Stephanie Aquino also arrived on scene. Within minutes after the first alarm was dispatched, Madison Fire Department's Engine 1 and Tower 1 arrived. Smoke was pushing out the back door of the home, which ultimately required a second and third alarm to be transmitted for assistance in fighting this fire. Madison firefighters Bruce Barrios and Sean Norick arrived and geared up to enter and search the home for the trapped resident. A hose line was stretched, charged, and utilized by them as flames rolled out the doorway they entered. Shortly after they entered, Lieutenant Dominic DeRosa joined the search. These firefighters put their own safety aside by entering a burning structure to search for the resident without having the required backup team or RIC team in place. However, Morris County EMS was on location. During their primary search of the first floor, firefighter Newark found the unconscious victim on the floor near the fire room. He radioed command, and the three of them began to remove her from the home. Debris littered the smoke-filled rooms, making it difficult for them to make their way back to the doorway from which they entered. Knowing they needed to get the woman to safety as quick as possible, they came upon a dining room window on the side of the home and broke it out, calling to the other first responders outside for help. The dining room window was significantly above the ground. Fortunately, EMT Charles Douglas, he's that guy up there that's 6'7", right? And Prosecutor Carroll, we want him on our team, right? So, fortunately, EMT Charles Douglas and EMT Ron Kleiman, his partner, were positioned at the window to assist. EMT Douglas grabbed the woman with the assistance of EMT Kleiman, Madison Police Sergeant Sean McCarthy, and Corporal Stephanie Aquino, as firefighters Barrios, Newark, and DeRosa assisted from inside the window. Corporal Aquino was actually also overcome by smoke, which she entered the window partway and required further assistance. At this time, firefighter Newark was running low on air, and the three firefighters needed to be removed through the same window. Hanover Township Fire District 3 firefighters Lieutenant Michael Belott and firefighter David Sulpy arrived on the scene and removed the firefighters to safety through the window with the assistance of EMTs Douglas and Kleiman. Thankfully, the woman and all the first responders on the scene that day are alive and well because of this group of highly trained and experienced firefighters, EMTs, and police officers. The 200 Club of Morris County hereby recognize these men and women for the 2022 Valor Award and Meritorious Award. Congratulations. Award Group 5 of Boonton Fire Department, Valor Award. Chief Eric Joinson, please come up. Can I have ex-Captain Blood, ex-Captain Colarusso, ex-Captain Gregory, ex-Chief R.J. Ryerson Jr., and ex-Captain Shondell. I think Boonton's going to give Dover a run here. For the Parsippany Fire Department District 6, Chief Vincent Petito, Firefighter McStudy, Firefighter Murnia, Lieutenant Sanford. For Parsippany Rescue and Recovery, Lieutenant Anderson, ex-Captain Ludwig, and Chief Giuliano Jr. Please come to the front. At 11 p.m. on September 1st, 2021, 5 members of the Boonton Fire Department, 3 members from Parsippany Rescue and Recovery, and 4 members from Parsippany Fire District Number 6 were mobilized to Somerset County as a swiftwater rescue team, which is part of the Morris Regional Water Incident Task Force. They are called to assist local first responders who had become overwhelmed with water rescues and evacuations resulting from flash flooding caused by the remnants of Hurricane Ida. The area was already saturated from previous rainfall, and it received another 7.6 inches of rain in just a few hours. While en route, the team encountered heavy downpours, which forced them to detour around flooded roads, dodge debris, and check out a few vehicles they encountered before they arrived at the staging area near the Route 202-206 Somerville Circle. Once they arrived, they were teamed up with the crew from the North Branch Fire Department at Bridgewater Police Headquarters and were immediately assigned to a series of rescues of people who had become swept away or trapped in their vehicles or homes. The team observed people clinging desperately to branches, to the side of vehicles, and many who were trapped inside of vehicles or had climbed on top of them. Utilizing multiple watercraft spotters and crews, they navigated through waters moving faster than 15 knots, which I looked up is 17 miles an hour. They did this in zero visibility while homing in on desperate cries for help. Crews circumvented moving and stagnant obstacles while keeping their boat propulsion from becoming clogged by vegetation, such as corn stalks and weeds. Quickly rising floodwaters also forced several residents to retreat to the second floor of their homes, where they had to be rescued using ladders commandeered from nearby houses. All the rescues and evacuations were documented on the fly and relayed to command to prevent the team from duplicating their efforts. This resulted in a more productive overall response. This crew worked tirelessly from 11:45 p.m. until 5 o'clock a.m. the following morning. In total, this team right here responded to 11 sites across Branchburg, Bridgewater, and Bedminster. And their dedication, expertise, and heroism resulted in the rescue of 13 people and the evacuation of 9 residents, including several children, an infant, and 5 pets. The 200 Club of Morris County hereby recognizes these men for the 2022 Valor Award. Congratulations. Valor Group 6, Award Group 6 Valor Award. East Hanover Fire Department, can I have Chief Carmen Davino? Can I also have Chief John Santani of the Office of Emergency Management up front? Want to have Firefighter Dwyer and Deputy Chief Lorena. From the East Hanover Police Department, Chief Chris Canizzo, please come down. Lieutenant Croker, Lieutenant Franco, Police Officer Jordan III, Sergeant Navalis, Sergeant Stevens, please come down. You know, in reviewing all of this heroism, right, and let's call it what it is, in reviewing all this heroism, I spent some time speaking to the officers who were involved, visited some locations, knew some locations and things. But, you know, we talk a lot here about this work, this heroism. We have to think of the people that are directly impacted by it. And these floods, they were very difficult times, as we all know, and a lot of actions were taken out there, as you'll hear here and as you heard from the last group, under less than ideal circumstances. And sometimes you have to put a face to it, you know? So we're going to talk about a lot of people being impacted by this, but we start off with 2 Livingston police officers, Police Officer Arenas and Police Officer LaRocca, right? These are these 2 officers right here. These officers do a phenomenal job every day. But you talk about some heroes going out there to do work, and, you know, this job gets ahead of you, right? Gets ahead of you. You're going in for rescues, and you be compromised yourself and those types of things. I want people to see that. These are heroes right here that start this off trying to help people and things like that. And we have mechanisms to support other people, right? When our guys and gals go down, we're able to have teams come in and assist. And that's what happened here. So 2 living police officers, Arenas and LaRocca, responded to a 911 call for a trapped motorist. They're swept off East Hobart Gap Road during the torrential rains of Hurricane Ida on the evening of September 1, 2021. I would suggest a date that'll probably always be with everybody here. A Mayday. Mayday is an international distress signal, was declared, and subsequent police and fire department vehicles responded to rescue the officers and civilians, but they were also swept away into the woods because of the heavy flash flooding. While attempting to help the trapped motorist, a Livingston Fire Department vehicle was also pushed off the road by the fast-moving water. 3 more Livingston police officers who were on foot and attempting to rescue them were also swept off the roadway and were now trapped 100 feet into the woods. Officers were clinging to trees in the fast-moving, debris-filled waters, trying to stay above water. In response, the East Hanover Swift Water Rescue Team, consisting of police and fire personnel, was dispatched to Livingston Township on mutual aid to assist with the rescues at East Hobart Gap Road. Lieutenant Croker, Kevin Croker, Lieutenant Frank Franco, Sergeant Brian Stevens, Sergeant Jesse Navalis, and Police Officer Robert Jordan III from East Hanover Police Department also responded in their emergency services unit truck. Firefighter Darren Lazarchuk, Deputy Chief Paul Lorena, and Firefighter Mark Dwyer responded with an East Hanover Fire Department swift water truck and a trailer with 2 rescue boats. While en route, Livingston firefighters directed them to continue east on South Orange Avenue, diverting them away from the incident on East Hobart Gap Road. Approximately 100 yards away from their position, they saw the Livingston Fire Department Engine 1 operating in waist-high, fast-moving water. With concerns about compromising their own truck and rescue boats, Deputy Chief Lorena and Firefighter Dwyer decided it was best to proceed on foot. Livingston Fire Department Engine 1 personnel were attempting a rope rescue of a man whose vehicle had been washed off the road and was situated approximately 30 feet into the woods. The man was fully submerged in fast-moving waist to chest-high water, but appeared to be still holding on to a rope. Without hesitation, Deputy Chief Lorena used his rope to tie off to Engine 1, and Firefighter Dwyer began pulling in the victim using the rescue rope. Firefighter Dwyer was able to grab the submerged victim's wrist, but at this point, the man started to lose consciousness and let go of the rope. He was now in imminent danger of being swept into the woods by the current. Because of this raging current, Firefighter Dwyer kept one hand on the victim, one hand on the safety rope, and was therefore unable to complete the rescue. Deputy Chief Lorena responded immediately and was able to get the man's head above water while simultaneously helping to stabilize Firefighter Dwyer. This man was semi-conscious now and had to be carried to Engine 1 by Lorena and Dwyer. The two firefighters then checked all the other partially submerged vehicles in the area and discovered 3 more trapped motorists, moving them to the safety of Engine 1. With the water level rising, there was now an imminent danger of Engine 1 being swept off the road. So Livingston Fire Department moved the vehicle off the flooded roadway once Deputy Chief Lorena and Firefighter Dwyer had safely made their way back to their fire truck. Deputy Chief Lorena and Firefighter Dwyer ended up in the wrong place at the right time. If their response had been a few seconds later, the outcome would have been tragic. The East Hanover Fire Department then proceeded to their original destination at East Homer Gap Road and assisted members of the East Hanover Police Department who were in the process of making several rescues. East Hanover Police Department Swiftwater team members deployed a rope system and were able to reach the Livingston police officers. Thank God. Firefighters and civilians, some of whom were clinging on to trees in desperation. At any moment, they could have been swept into the woods by the floodwaters. 11 successful rescues were made at 2 different incidents that evening. The coordinated actions of these courageous and dedicated first responders saved many lives under extraordinary, treacherous conditions. The 200 Club hereby recognizes these men for the 2022 Valor Award. Congratulations. It's nice to see one of our dispatchers on that night. Nick Kleiman is here also, right in the front. Dispatcher, you know, that connection we have out there. It's so needed in these types of jobs. So thank you very much, Nick. Hey, at this time, I'd like to make some just closing remarks. We have this place till 9 o'clock. Just don't wreck anything, all right? But I really, truly like to thank Legacy Castle. What do you think about this place? Huh? Nice job. So they really worked with us on this, and we're very appreciative for that. I'd like to thank the 200 Club of Morris County. You know, I've met some of the greatest people, really, that support police, fire, and EMS here. I really ask you to join. You know, it's a great organization. You know, Dr. Bob DeMedio, when he speaks about being the president, it truly is his family, like all of our families. We could not do this without Lori Richmond. Lori's in the back there. Lori, raise your hand. Lori, you do a phenomenal job making this all happen for us for about 40 years, and we just couldn't do it without you. As we said before, the dinner committee that put this all on deserve a lot of support. And all our supporters, and especially our heroes, people that we're recognizing this year and every year. I'd also like to recognize the Morris County Prosecutor, Bob Carroll, who's here tonight. Also, Chief Almer, the President of the Morris County Police Chiefs Association, who's here. Chief Scherer, who's the head of the Morris County Active Fire Chiefs Association, Captain Carl Bonafide from the EMS Alliance, Director Jeffrey Paul from our Morris County Office of Emergency Management. These are the people doing this work every day and being very supportive. And I say a lot that Morris County does it better. And I really do, not to be disrespectful to anybody, but you see what happened here tonight and the outpouring, 530 people, and really honoring people and true heroism. And we're very appreciative. So I want to close with that. God bless you all. Thanks for all the work that you do. And we got this place till 9 o'clock. All right, thanks a lot.